Okay, let's look at this resistance training session. First off, I want to say that thank you for the trust for me designing this program for you. I believe in this style of resistance training, full tilt. I've used it for the last 2 years, and I've seen nothing but increases in strength, speed, stamina, everything. And like I said in the email, what we're looking at is something that is effective, time efficient, so it's not going to take up a lot of your time per week, right? If you look at this, it's only going to be about an hour, tops 2 per week, which is quite low as far as volume, but we're going to make up for that with intensity. So the main difference between the way that I teach resistance training exercises is the cadence of the lifts, and that we're not focused on reps or rep count. What we're focused on is the time under load or the time under tension. So what you're looking to do here for these exercises is you're looking to time them, okay? So as soon as your set starts, you hit go, and when you've completely finished your set, you hit stop, and you record that number. That number needs to be more than 30 seconds and ideally less than 2 minutes. So let's say that we're doing an exercise like the squat, which is your first exercise. You want to be, that set duration wants to be more than 30 seconds. And then if it starts to go past 2 minutes, if you're doing the set for 2 full minutes, you want to add some more resistance, you want to add some more weight. Hopefully you've been able to find a backpack or some sort of device for adding a little bit of weight. That will be a crucial aspect of this for 2 of the exercises. Okay, so I'm going to go through the exercises, each one, but we're going to stop on the squat. I'm going to go over the cadence of the lift, and your the other aspect is the directional change being quick. So as an example, say I have your backpack. Okay, you're going to perform a squat just as normal, feet width, shoulders, okay, shoulder width. You're performing a squat. Now what we don't want to do is we don't want to get to the bottom and stay here, because now we're not resting on the muscle anymore, we're resting on the bones. Same thing at the very top. So what we want to do is 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick directional change back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick directional change back down. Doesn't have to be 5 seconds, just a kind of a guideline. 4, 5. Now what you'll notice when you do these slow is that they're a lot harder. What we're doing is we're putting stress on all the muscles of the leg. It's the most effective leg exercise is the squat. And you're going to get to a point where, so this lowering phase is what we call the negative. Going up is what we call the positive. So we're stronger in the negative than we are the positive. So what you're going to find, where you hit your first resistance and where you can't go any further, is the positive. So let's say you've been doing this for a minute and a half, and you go up, and you're going to get stuck, and you can't do any further. You're going to hold here, and you're going to slowly drop down. A slow negative until you fail is always the last. So if you're doing, say, a bicep curl, this is the positive, this is the negative. Slow directional changes in both ways, okay? Or fast directional changes, slow overall rep cadence. You're going to get to a point where you can't go any further. You're failing on the positive. You're going to hold, and slow as you can, release that negative. And then drop the weight. In your case, most things are body weight related, and that is great. Body weight is an amazing tool. It's not about the tool, it's about the intensity. So whether you're using your body weight or an isometric strap or machines or free weights, doesn't matter. As long as you can target the specific muscles and stress them with against resistance, effectively, which is what you're doing here with your body weight, that will cause that stimulus to make your muscles tell your brain the next time that he does that, he needs to be stronger and he needs to have bigger muscles. That's effectively what we're doing. As long as you allow enough time to recover, then you'll get that. So that slow cadence is the same for push-ups. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now with a push-up, you're going to get to a point where you can do a slow negative, and you're going to have to do an explosive push back up. So it might be a little faster. That's okay, as long as that negative is controlled. Okay? And then again, same thing with the pull-up. You are, with the pull-up, it might be a little bit more difficult to go slow based on how strong you are. So if you have a band that you can wrap around the bar and step on, that will make it easier, okay? And then you can do that just as effectively. If for a pull-up you cannot do them slow, what you're going to do is you're going to go fast up and a slow negative, as slow as you can. And then up, and then a slow negative. I have on your plan a chin up, as I don't have any direct bicep work. Does it really matter this way or this way? Not really. I find this way is a better overall workout. You're hitting your back and your lats, as well as you're hitting your biceps and forearms. This way does target the lats more, but I don't find that it's a better way of doing it. And typically, you're hitting the same muscles either way. So I'll leave that up to you as far as a preference. There is a couple exercises that I have as options for you. One for the shoulders, either the pike push-up or a lateral raise. So I'll show you examples of those. A pike push-up is legs spread apart, and then what you're doing is you're going down diagonally. So you look between your legs, and you go down this way. Okay, it's like a push-up for your shoulders, directly for your shoulders. Okay, down, up. Remember, always that slow cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, when you reach failure and you're shaking and you can't go any further, hold, and then slow negative all the way down until your muscle absolutely fails. Okay? Now, once you've effectively hit that one set, you don't need to do a second one. Okay? If for some reason you feel like you did not get enough out of that set, you don't feel like you are free to do a second one, I would just make sure that you were doing it with less resistance and slower. So let's say for a pull-up, you get 4 or 5, but you don't quite hit 30 seconds. You don't feel like you got enough stimulus out of that. You can stand on something and use your legs to help you up and do slow, full range of motion repetitions with the assistance of stepping on something. Okay? So you could think like you're standing on a box and you're literally using your legs to lift you up. Like this, okay? And you're holding the tension on your lats. It works out the exact same area as a standard chin-up, but what you're getting is a full range of motion under a longer time under tension, which you will definitely fatigue that area, okay? The lateral raise, the other option for your pike push-ups, given that you don't have a lot of equipment, this is fine. Again, you don't need it. What you're going to do is take those 5-pound plates off of your neck harness and use them as lateral raises like this. This movement here works the exact same muscle as pushing weight overhead or your pike push-up. So as an example, if I have the 2 plates here, what you're going to do is lift up slowly through the side, and when you only have 5 pounds, it needs to be slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to flat, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the bottom, back up again. Now, you might think that 5 pounds in each hand is nothing, and you're correct, it's not very much weight, but it's not about the weight. If you do it slow enough, it is hard, and that's all we're looking for. All we're looking for is it to be hard. If it's hard and you're going to failure on the movement, that will stimulate muscle growth. That will stimulate what we need to stimulate to build that muscle. It builds up your muscular endurance. It's going to help out in every way. Okay. A bent row. If you're not familiar, you're going to grab your backpack that you have your weights in. Okay. In some fashion, you're going to bend over. Okay. Let's say we're going to do it like this. Okay, we're going to bend, and we're pulling up. Again, nice and slow, pulling up with your elbows. Now, if you don't have that much weight, if you only have, say, 20 pounds in this backpack or 30 pounds in this backpack, and you feel like two arms at once is not getting you enough of a stimulus, and you're going longer than 2 minutes in that set, then you're going to change to a one-handed row. Everything is the same. You're going to split your stance, right, like this, and you're going to pull up this way. Okay, so like this. 1. Okay. Exact same as the bent row, you're just doing it with one arm. Not having a lot of equipment is not a problem whatsoever. You can always make do. If you were to buy any one piece of equipment, I would suggest something to do isometrics with, which is a strap. It looks like this. Okay. This strap can be used in many different ways. Pulling up against a resistance that's not going to go anywhere. You're pulling against, basically, you're putting the strap under your feet a lot, and you're pulling up against something that will not move. And it's very, very safe. It's very, very effective for resistance training, and very time efficient. So, I forgot. On the squat, after you're done your squats and you hit failure, you're going to do a wall sit. What a wall sit's going to look like, you've probably done these before. Up against a wall, legs at 90 degrees, put your backpack on your legs and hold, okay? You're going to hold that for 90 seconds if you can. If you can't, at least 60 seconds. So squat, followed by a wall sit, then 1 minute rest, up to 3 minutes rest before the next exercise. Take anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes. You want to make sure that you're recovered, but you want to make sure that you're not completely recovered before you hit your next. You want to make sure you're still warm. So squats, wall sit, push-ups, okay? Standard push-ups. Tuck your elbows, make sure you're gripping the floor, going down and up. Gripping the floor, elbows tucking, up. Okay? Chin-ups, then we're looking at the pike push-ups or the lateral raises. Feel free to mix those up per week. Your bent row, either 2 arms or 1 arm. Okay? Sit-ups and leg raises. What I want to say with the sit-ups and leg raises is we want to keep the tension on your abs. If you go all the way to the floor on a sit-up, there's no tension on your abs now. So we want to keep the tension here, slowly down, fast directional changes, keeping the tension the entire time, okay? Again, sit-ups don't seem like they're hard, but you do them in a hard style that this way, you will feel the tension on your stomach. We want to do this the same way as the rest of the exercises, slow and controlled, and until you cannot do another rep, okay? Leg raises, same thing. Hands underneath your ass. point your toes down to almost the ground and back up, and until you get to about this angle here, when the tension starts to ease off, and you're going to go back down again. Nice and slow, quick directional changes, nice and slow. Keep that tension on your abs the whole entire time. You get to a point where you can't go up any further. You can't complete another rep. And so you hold and slow negative to the bottom. Okay? I will send you another video of an example of me doing an exercise and I'm hitting failure, just so you can kind of see what that looks like. After your sit-ups and leg raises, we're going to work the neck. I know you already worked the neck with a neck harness, which is amazing. Anybody who is in a combat sport, anybody who has any risk of concussion at all playing their sport, should be training their neck. So I like the harness that you do. Okay, feel free to add that in with extra ab work throughout the week. But what I'm going to show you is the isometric version and also a body weight circuit. So what you're going to do is the body weight circuit. You're going to do 30 seconds each direction, and then 30 seconds of isometric, which you're just going to be pushing into your own hand for the rest of it. Okay, so I'm going to go through these exercises with you, and this is how it's going to look. So you're going to lie on your back. Okay, the first exercise is left ear to left shoulder. Okay, so 30 seconds of that. Then it's going to be right ear to right shoulder for 30 seconds. Then nodding your head, chin to chest for 30 seconds. Then turning your head from the center to the left for 30 seconds. Again, nice and slow, and then we're going to go to the right. Nice and slow, controlled movements. Do not rest your head on the floor. Keep your core engaged, okay? Your abs engaged through every exercise. So 30 seconds each, and then we're going to move to the isometrics. So after you've done all those exercises, the last one is right ear to right shoulder. You're going to dig the back of your head into the ground as hard as you can for 30 seconds. Then you're going to flip over and you're going to dig your forehead, the top of your head, into the floor. Okay, feel free to balance on it. This is going to work these neck muscles here very, very well. 30 seconds for that. Then you're going to go 30 seconds pushing your head into your hand, and then 30 seconds pushing into your hand the other side. Okay? Isometrics are a very, very safe way to build up muscle and strength. And especially with the neck, I've used a neck harness. There's nothing wrong with them as long as you don't use too much weight. I've used a neck harness in the past and I was putting 40, 50 pounds on it, and I would always tweak my neck. The neck is, obviously we want to make sure it's, we're building it up, getting it stronger, but it is a lot of small muscles that can get little tweaks very, very easily, so you have to be very careful with your neck. Okay? So after that, neck circuit, which takes about 5 minutes or so. That's the end of your compulsory exercises. So 7 exercises that you're going to do each week. Over the course of the 12 weeks, when we start to see things progress or we start to see any kind of a plateau, that's when I'll switch things up. If you get different types of equipment and so on, we might switch it up and do just a small body weight week of just more calisthenic exercises, and then head back to this again. If you have a fight in the meantime, we'll definitely slow the volume down the week of the fight. Actually, you'll probably take the whole week off of everything, and get back to things after that. This is fluid, so this is not, although this is, you want to look at training your full body each week. Again, there's going to be things that come up where it might mean that we should take a week off, or that you should increase the volume or maybe back off the volume. This is why the feedback from you with your body weight, your sleep, your run times, and your lift times, all those are very important for me, because that's how I see whether you're progressing or maybe you're hitting a plateau. Okay, so for extra exercises, you can work your forearms, you can work your biceps, you can work your One good one for you, if you're a boxer, you're constantly working your calves a lot, is working the front muscles here, your tibialis. And one thing I like to do is lean up against the wall diagonally. You can see my feet here at the bottom. I lift my toes up and lean back onto my heels. Nice and slow, and then back up. Okay? Again, same type of exercise cadence as the other stuff. We're trying to stress these muscles out as much as we can so that they adapt for the next time. So you can also do shrugs. If you have something heavy enough, you can shrug your shoulders up. That's a great exercise for the back of your neck, your traps, which does impact your neck as well. Other than that, you feel free to work in a different exercise if you like to for that 8th exercise. So come into the gym, warm up, 10 minutes. Maybe that's shadow boxing, maybe that's some calisthenic recovery exercises. Again, I'll send you some links for some videos. Any type of exercise really that is going to get your body temperature up a little bit, take about 10 minutes. Can it be 5? Yes. Can it be 15? Absolutely. Depends on how much time you have. But the warm-up is crucial. Then you're going to complete these exercises, these 8 exercises done in this fashion, and you will be taxed after. And then following that, again, depending on your time frame, this is when you can hit some conditioning. So this is when you can hit some burpees, you can hit some other calisthenic type exercises, circuit training. Don't overcomplicate it. I utilize the burpee a lot because the burpee is tough. It makes you tired. For a boxer, it's very important that you're able to train and you're able to move and be tired as you're doing that. The optimal conditions in sparring and in fighting especially are never there. You're always going to be doing things under duress. So one thing that burpees and bodyweight training and high rep calisthenics will teach you is that you have to keep moving, and you have to understand that you're going to be doing these things tired. So being able to perform these exercises while you're tired is crucial. Okay, I'll send you a video on burpees. I'll send you a video on bodyweight exercises. Stick to the basics: squats, drop squats. Here, I'll just show you a few. Okay, I'll send you another video, but this is a squat. Obviously, we know this. Drop squat is you do the squat, your feet come together at the top. Okay, drop squat. Lunges, we know this. Okay, reverse lunges. Okay, for obviously push-ups, different types of burpees and so on. If you're looking for ab exercises, you've got your classic sit-ups. You have your V-twists. Okay, you have flutter kicks, hello dollies, leg raises. Okay, all types. I'll send you some good links of some of my mentor with some great bodyweight training and examples of different exercises. If you require an additional workout throughout the week, can't get into boxing, you feel recovered enough, you don't want to do another resistance, you want to get a good sweat in, hit me up. I can give you some ideas, or I can also, what I'll do is I'll send you a bunch of YouTube links today of different videos that go over all different types of training, anywhere from 30-minute sessions to 90-minute sessions. There's all kinds for the body weight. So that's the resistance training aspect of things. If you have questions, reach out to me, please. I'd be happy to help. If you get any more equipment, okay, you get an isometric strap, or you get more weights, or you get other types of equipment, please let me know. I can work those in if I feel that they make sense. I'll work those into your week, and maybe we can take some exercises out and put some other exercises in. Okay? Any questions, you let me know, all right?